Okay, for some reason, it looks like our live was deleted off of Facebook. All right, having a little bit of technical difficulty. I hope everybody can hear me. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so it looks like we are back up and running on Facebook. For some reason, the this always happens when Harrison goes out of town. Something screws up. That's why we have him produce this show. Good evening. Before we get started, the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not necessarily those of the SCB, its GEC, nor any division brigade camps or other subsidiaries, strictly those of us expressing them. And for those this evening, it's just me. Carl, can you hear me all right out there in Facebook land? I'm hoping y'all can. We had hey, Jabo, a little bit of technical difficulties. For some reason, our stream got messed up trying to get everything done. Hope everybody's had a great week so far. I had a great weekend. We'll talk about that this evening. Good evening, Lieutenant Commander in Chief Tony Griffin. Hope you are having a great evening. Hope everything's good up there in the Commonwealth of Virginia. It is a rather hot day down here in Mississippi. It's been a hot week in the South. Summer is definitely here. And I'm so glad that, I say that I'm glad it's here. I hope that it's kind of cools off just a little bit some this summer before we get there fully there. Uh, but yeah, no kidding, hot. I think it was like 93 this past weekend over at the Forest Boyhood Home. Um, Carl, you are a technological genius. uh love that you are, because of course, for those that do know, if you especially if you have a streaming platform that I say a streaming platform, but a streaming capability to watch YouTube on TV. I know several of our viewers do that as well. um but I had a great weekend this past weekend. Went up to the Nathan Bedford Forrest Boyhood Home. Also got to visit the museum some, and for about an hour before it had to shut down this past weekend. Um, Spent some time up at Franklin. Visited one of my ancestors that's actually buried up there. Trying to download my pictures from this past weekend onto my phone, or from my phone onto here, so I can actually upload them. Well, I'm not sure about the temperature outside right now in central Mississippi, but I will say that it is thundering, and that probably means that it is about to rain out here, which that's just what we need some more of is rain. While I'm waiting on this stuff to upload, just as a little bit of housekeeping stuff for you guys, or you all, or y'all rather. If we're going to talk in proper Southern English, we have just launched a new feature on our Patreon. We have a brand new, for those that are patrons and are members after 3 months, you get a little sticker that's part of the Real Chathead sticker community thing. What we have now done is we have a new monthly. I say monthly. It's every 3 months you will get something. So get something as part of your Patreon membership as a way to say thank you. Now it's $30 a month, but on the first month you will receive a sticker, and it's not the Real Chathead sticker. This sticker is based off of our T-shirt designs over on Bonfire. The next thing you'll get is a mini poster. The third thing you will receive is a coffee cup, and the fourth item is a T-shirt. So that's $30 a month over a year, and you get all those items. Yeah, I know J-Bo's got his chat head sticker. I really I haven't gotten mine yet, because as Patreon, as the ones that run the Patreon, we have to order them at cost in order to get them. So it was I just haven't had a chance to order one. I really need to. But the T-shirt will be our chat logo within the circle of stars. I'm trying to pull it up so I can see exactly what it is, because we don't want it to be we do want it to be somewhat of a surprise, but not a full surprise. But yeah, that's just something extra. Of course, you'll get the same content that all the other $10 a month subs do. I'm actually looking for a sticker provider, somebody who can make those stickers for us, and for us to be able to sell directly, maybe one of these days. But it is what it is. All right. So under our it's a sticker, a mini print, a mug, and a T-shirt. But that's part of our new loyalty program. The sticker will be one Patrick Claiborne quote with a picture of him. The mini print will be the Jeff Davis, all we ask is to be let alone. The mug will be the battle flag with the microphone and the wreath of stars. It says SCV Chat on it, and then the T-shirt has the chat logo. They'll be pretty though. They're collector's items. Only way you'll be able to get those is via Patreon. So if you are so inclined, we also have our $80 a month sponsorship program. So if you or your camp would like to sponsor SCV Chat, or if you own a business, then you want to get it advertised. We reach about last year 1.5 million people. We're on track to match that number again. This year, that's people worldwide. If you ship worldwide or anything like that, consider it. $80 a month keeps us going. So without further ado, some of the pictures from this past week. I'm going to start with a video really quickly.
Federation and Perpetual Union. That was the official title for it. And at that time, Perpetual Union meant there was no strict sunset clause. But indeed, this was a generation of secessionists. And the Declaration of Independence mentioned this very clearly, overtly. It's impossible to ignore if you read through that document. Indeed, it enumerated the cause which impelled them to the separation. Them meaning the American states. And as
yeah, and there you can see some of the crowds as one of the speakers in the background speaking. Of course, it was a day full of speakers. Carl Jones got to speak for a little bit. The house was open for tours. The house is absolutely lovely. It's my first time I'd ever been to the Boyhood home. Of course, there were vendors. The house looked absolutely beautiful. With it being as hot as it was, very little bit of a breeze. It was the place to be because it had air conditioner in there. But it really gives you the Tennessee Division and everybody who's restored it. It gives you a good idea of what Bedford Forest life would have been like growing up. That's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. It's Bedford Forest a little bit. We'll get into it later. Some of the vendors that were there, the Longstreet camp or Longstreet Museum had T-shirts for sale. I really love the Davis Stevens 61 shirt. That is a really, really good. And of course, the cannonball, or the what would have been the label for a Cannon cartridge or Cannon limber box. And Sam Davis home was there along with several others. And of course, past Commander-in-Chief Larry McClooney was there selling books. I will say this, that Friday night, the girlfriend and I made it up to Columbia, and we met up with current historian-in-chief and commander of the Mississippi Division, Forrest Dawes, who will be on the show Thursday, because I'm getting to host Look Around because Moose is on his cruise. And y'all be praying for Moose for traveling mercies with everything that's going on in the nation or around the world right now. Plus, God, we really don't want Harrison to be left at his port of call, after an excursion or something like that. But we went to Puckett's. Now, for those that do not know, Puckett's is a restaurant up there in, it was Dave Benner, and Dave did a great job. It was a really, really good turnout. And a lot of the Confederation was represented. Loy, who's in the chat this evening, and his lovely wife, Renee, were at the boyhood home. And it was a pleasure to meet her. And, you had Ed Butler from Tennessee, who is a legend of his own right in the SCV. Several compatriots. I mean, it almost felt like going to a national reunion. The Kentucky Bluegrass Brigade was there selling food to help raise money for the National Reunion, including their Kentucky Libation Society. They were there. If you've already, reserved one of the bottles or one of the gifts from the Libation Society, they were distributing them. I got mine, the old 007. But it was a really good day. A lot of good speakers. We didn't get there till late. You got number one. I got 007 because of the last name. Number one is cool and all, but you can't be have the last name Bond and not wanting to have 007. But yeah, it was a really good event. The amount of vendors was really great. We had OCR. Of course, the OCR had their Confederation of States meeting this past weekend at Henry Horton State Park. So that was good. But I digress. Friday night got to Columbia around 5 o'clock, 6, and then we met up with Forrest. Forrest has been on a bit of a diet. Him and Moose both have been trying to do the carnivore diet. And Forrest, we discovered Puckett's a couple of years ago. Matt Singleton took us there, and it's good, and the atmosphere is really great. They had a live band playing that evening, and my girlfriend really loves live music, so we enjoyed that. But the best part of the entire evening was when Forrest was able to get the cinnamon roll bread pudding. Now, this is not a paid advertisement from them, but you just look at that face. He is extremely, extremely happy there. And I look forward to potentially going back. It was a really fun time. Of course, we went to the museum, and if you've not been to our national museum, you are missing out. The museum is, I remember when the museum was first built. I was there for that October GEC meeting when Tom Strain was commander-in-chief, and we had the groundbreaking for it and everything that went along with it. All the museum being built and starting to get artifacts and the timeline going up. And of course, if you've watched the show for a while, you know that we do a monthly recap of what's going on in the museum with Adam on the Hearth and Home episode, what we call it, because it is our hearth and home. It is our headquarters. And I remember when it would have taken you 30 minutes to just go through our museum. We were there for about an hour and still didn't get to see everything. So that's just the testament of the people who have donated. It's a testament of our organization and our different compatriots that have done that. It looks really good. It tells our story, not just our Confederate ancestors, but that's something as the son of a past historian chief and sitting here in the Mississippi Division headquarters office where it used to be general headquarters of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. If you don't believe me, here's an order issued July 15th, 1953, saying, War Memorial Building for the general head as our mailing address and as our headquarters. I'm very proud of that. Dr. McCain and his legacy lives on through that. So really take the time to go through and visit our museum if you have not. Try to make the time, especially during the week, with it being summer vacation. A lot of people can make that, or hopefully can make it. But it is worth the visit to our headquarters just to see it. Then we left from there and we went up to Franklin. For those that are not familiar, back in the early 2000s, there was a docu-series done called Civil War Combat. I don't like using the term Civil War because it wasn't that. But the History Channel actually made that documentary. It was actually done pretty well with reenactors and people representing it, and they did the Battle of Franklin. So I played that one for Brittany, and we actually did a little bit of a tour of the battlefield, and we went to the McGavock Cemetery. And I'll go ahead and say this in case Susie, it's an entire commission, Jack, and as far as who's our commissioner on there, it's me, or supposed to be me. That's a question for off stream. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, we listened to the documentary on our way up, and we were able to see it. And there are actually, if you type in Google for the directions to the McGavock Family Cemetery, actually, there's two of them. There is the one, of course, the Confederate Cemetery, and another one out in the middle of a neighborhood. So I'd fallen asleep from from Columbia to Franklin. I woke up and I'm looking around. I'm like, none of this seems familiar. We should have taken exit 65 and it should be there on the eastern flank. Nope. That is yeah. So be careful when you Google that. Because it will mess you up. But yeah, that was just a little bit of fun. We went into Nashville that evening and ate and visited some of the sites and places up there, and then we returned home yesterday. So it was a very, very good weekend. I hate that Kyle Thompson, even though he is on time tonight for the episode, was not there, but he was at Shiloh. So I guess we can let you pass this time, Kyle, but I expect to see you there next year. Definitely worth. And of course, I know that the Metcalf had their annual in Florida. I saw some of the pictures of it, and if you have pictures from the annual this past weekend, please send them to scvyouthOutreach@gmail.com because we want to picture them. We want to focus them on, yeah, no kidding. I think I lost about that many at Boyhood Home. But yeah, send those emails to us. We really want to show off the pictures from that. Other than that, we have had a interesting past couple of days, at least in Mississippi, dealing with a potential heritage violation. Not going to go into everything, but the division is working on it. However, I know every division has their own thing that they're working on. But if you go to MississippiSCV.org, you will find our division website. And on our website, there should be a way for you to donate if you are so inclined for our two main heritage issues that we have going on. We would greatly appreciate that. Anything and everything will go a long way. Hopefully this one issue, this newest issue will take care of itself. I have a feeling that it will, but you can never be too careful. So yeah, tour guide, man, unfortunately did give a tour. Was that there? Yeah. I really want to go to the Lotes house one day and meet Thomas Cartwright. In fact, I'd love to bring him on the show, but it just hasn't worked out. Battle of Franklin is really one of the. I'll be honest with you. It for y'all pardon the little bit of language I'm going to use, but it pisses me off. just what happened at that battle and how so much of it could have been avoided, and some of the decisions that were made. Y'all excuse me for bumping the computer there, but some of the decisions that were made that led to Franklin, especially the whole Spring Hill, and did John Bell, well, should John Bell Hood have been put in command of the army, and should he have even ordered the attack? That is one of those what if questions that's going to plague historians for decades to come. My personal opinion is no, he should not have been put in command of the army, and he definitely should not have had that attack happen when and how it did. That's just me. But yeah, I would love to go and meet Thomas Cartwright one day, as well as go and take a tour led by him. Seem like I think that would be a great bit of fun. Thomas Cartwright, you can look up some of his videos that he's on YouTube, and he is a legend within the Civil War Franklin, or War Between the States Franklin community. Another reminder for everybody: National Reunion is coming up. Please, 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 if you are planning on being there, register. I cannot, remind you enough to please register for National Reunion. Yeah, well, if I ever get a chance to meet him, J-Bo, I will happily ask him what he thought about John Bell Hood, and should he have been put in command of the army. My thing is, no, he should not have been. He was past his prime. He should have been put out to retirement well after he lost his leg at Chickamauga. But that's just my armchair quarterback 160 year later opinion. So that's that. But it's an interesting battle to study. It definitely would be if somehow I ever win the lottery and end up being able to invest a good chunk of those winnings into SCV Chat, would be something to make a full feature-length film about. And there's just so much with it. Claiborne's immortal words to Govan before going in, when Govan says, General, not many of us will make it back to Arkansas. And he says, well, Govan, let us die like men. He knows better than that. And then, Susie, if you're watching, tell your husband I'm doing the show. So that's very, just a beautiful. I mean, you can't write a scene anything better than that. And of course, the heroic or heroism of the hundreds of accounts of the men of the Army of Tennessee and the assault there. Let me see how my schedule looks, J-Bo. I know that we will be coming back up in March for sure, around the 1st. But the fall, I don't know what the schedule looks like. October is completely out of the question for me. November, we're actually going to spend Christmas in the mountains right now. That's our game plan. So maybe on our way up for that, but I doubt it, because we don't want to put be an imposition on anybody right there at the holidays. But next spring, definitely maybe next spring. And maybe that may be something that that we could actually do as a live stream kind of pay-per-view type deal if Mr. Cartwright would agree to that. Doing a full tour and live streaming it on location. We got that. We actually purchased a new gimbal. That's what I shot that video with. You notice how smoothly it transitioned and things of that nature. So that would be a good chance to use it. So that is a thought, definitely a thought there. So we may hook you up on or take you up on that offer there, J-Bo. I think that'd be good. Of course, got to see a lot of good compatriots, as I was mentioning. Tom Wood, who just commented a second ago, got to see Tom. Always great to see Tom. We ran into Kevin Winthrel. If y'all are not friends with Kevin is a great photographer. Like I said, just compatriots from all over. The Corinth camp from Corinth, Mississippi was there selling stuff. J-Bo, you may know this, but how many divisions were represented? Derek was there, were represented that day. I know Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama, Carl was there, Tennessee. I saw Ed Phillips for a second eyeing the General Lee. He's out of Tennessee. But Ed has enough money to purchase his own General Lee. So anyway, I think that would be interesting to see how many different divisions out of the Army were there, and it may be an idea for the Army leadership to make it we have national events. Well, maybe we have an Army event at Boyhood Home. Just an idea. Georgia, so that gives Georgia. Chris Hawk. Yeah, Chris out of Kentucky. Of course, like we mentioned, they were there. Ran into James Patterson. Always love seeing Patterson. Patterson is if you don't know James is a very hardworking compatriot. So six total divisions were represented. So that's a pretty good showing. So definitely, I encourage everybody for next year, especially once the dates get announced, to make plans on it and definitely bring a chair and bring a fan. And definitely looking at the house. I was explaining to Brittany, which she'd been reading some of the stuff that was there after the informational posters and placards on site about Forrest's his growing up and his childhood, and it really helps you it really helps put it into perspective. Of course, because we all know Forrest was his father died when he was a teenager, and his he was essentially forced to become the breadwinner there at a very young age. So Forrest having to do that was you understand that better looking at the house and everything. Y'all excuse me for one moment. My phone is going absolutely crazy. Right this second. I do apologize. So Jason says that it is. Oh, so we had somebody from the. Yeah, I was looking forward to meeting you, David. I heard Adam had called me and said that he thought he heard that you wouldn't be there. So it's always the third Saturday in June. So that means that next year it will be June 20th, 19th, weekend of the 19th, 20th, and 21st. So go ahead and put that on your calendar. I think that was, I think it'd be worth it. I think it's definitely a worthy cause. for everything that is that is there. So and definitely worth viewing, because again, like myself, it gave me a better idea about, or at least a better insight into Forrest's mind and what all he had to uh, do as a growing up. So yeah, that was good. Um, Trying to think of what else we had that weekend. Or over the weekend, I'm also doing some Division Chief of Heritage Ops stuff. One of the things that we're doing with in the division is a postcard campaign, and I'm working on that, designing some postcards. So tonight we're going to kind of do a tonight we're gonna do kind of a open forum type night. Anything y'all want to talk about within reason, of course. Go ahead and mention in the chat, and I'll try to give y'all at least my views and opinions on it. I've already given y'all my views on John Bell Hood. Yeah, well, I missed that too. We left early. Maybe next year the descendant of Cooper C. Cooper will still be there and doing Sharpie beards. Yeah, that's always gotta hope for next year. I'd like to know how much it would cost to get a booth fee, or get a cost for a booth fee there for next year. The Mississippi division, I'm making Talk Forest into us doing one up there. We've got a couple of projects that we're working on that could be good for it. Oh, why won't that work right? Update on the Forest Plaza. I'm going to let past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshears, if he wants to type something in the chat about it. I do know that things are going, and if you came to Division Reunion, Larry, you would have you'd have gotten a good update on it. But I don't want to put words in the organization's mouth. I know that funds are still being raised for it. I know that there's a lot of work having to be done as far as structural engineering work that is being, I believe, has already started. I believe I saw that on Facebook the other day. So it is starting to work is starting to be done on it. So that's always a good sign. Progress is being made. So just continue to pay attention. $50 booth and $25 for the tent and one table. So that's actually not a I do not have the Confederate Legion workshop date, David. I'm sorry. Or Derek, excuse me. I am sorry. I do not have that. But I'll try to have it for Monday. Or excuse me, it is Monday, for Thursday with Look Around. We received the third B. We will receive the third B. What do you mean by that, Jason? But yeah, so as far as Forest Plaza going, it is a work in progress. Continue to donate. And Derek, like I said, I'll figure that out and let you know. I'm looking forward to the Kentucky reunion. I did see that their website is out for the national reunion. Of course, Texas has their website now out for the national reunion. And if you are not registered, I'm going to remind you again, please, please, please register. Get registered while you can. All right. We should have the third bid for repair of the equestrian statue by the end of the week. All right. So that's what Jason meant. So Larry, yeah, we should. So now is that the repair to the statue, or is that the full thing there, Jason? Yeah. Oh, well, you said that for repair to the equestrian statue. So that's the first step. The years of weathering there in Memphis caused, and as well as some other things, caused some damage to it. I know. All right, expecting the plans any day. Then we will begin that bid process. Okay, good. So it is a working progress. Of course, you can't just halfway do something like this. I heard that while walking through the museum a couple of times. And if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to going up there for it. Of course, one of the happiest, proudest memories that I have, and that I'll hopefully will. I wasn't going to mention exactly the name brand of the libation for the Libation Society. I'm fond of the Jeff Davis label, Derek, because I designed it. But they are selling bottles of, or they're collecting donation as a way to thank you for your membership to the Kentucky Libation Society. It is a commemorative bottle of Woodford. I haven't opened mine. I probably won't open the Jeff Davis one. They're actually going to be saving the other 007s for me. Because gotta have the bond number. But yeah, it's they're doing a good job with that. So yeah, but the anyway, as I was saying, the forestry internment. I was asked to command one of the wings of artillery. That I was on the upper wing, and those guns going off. It was a very, very honorable, or I was very honored to do that. It was something I will never forget. The entire day is something I hope to never forget. But yeah, so it is coming along quite nicely. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the day, and by then we'll have a lot better equipment and things of that nature to be able to do a good, proper live stream, I hope, of the events that day for the re-erection of the forest monument. Thinking of some other stuff. Reminder that on the Thursday of the national reunion, that Thursday, we will have our 200th episode. So we will be going live like we normally do with or try to do with our reunion updates. But that Thursday evening, we're going to have a special live, and we're encouraging everybody who is a chat head to attend that. 200 episodes, 5 years is quite a milestone. I remember thinking when we first had the idea that, Lord, this isn't even going to take off. But here we are now, 5 years later. So it'll be a day to kind of an afternoon or an evening to celebrate, what we've had here in SCV Chat. Harrison's supposed to be working on a video. I doubt that he'll even have it ready. But he may have it ready. Just because 5 years is a long time to go through and pull stuff. But he is trying to get that squared away for us. But we'll for sure have it on our post reunion coverage. So be looking for that here in the next couple of weeks. But the idea of the live show is we are going to invite people. We've done it once before with our Chathead dinner, the weekend of the Bedford Forest reinterment. But kind of the idea is for us to, just like this is filmed in front of a live studio audience, so you'll be able to come and watch and participate and join in on the jokes and the laughs, all in real time. So that'll be hopefully a fun evening for everybody who wants to attend. We'll probably do it around 8 o'clock. We'll not do it around our normal time. So just because we've got people, ourselves included, that are going to be, it's National Reunion. You're having you're catching up with compatriots you haven't seen in a year, and going to eat supper and experience a new city maybe for the first time. I know I've never been to Houston. As far as our live schedule for that week, we are actually spending a couple of days in Houston prior to the reunion. Not Houston, excuse me, San Antonio, prior to the reunion. So we'll be going to the Alamo, as well as some other sites. Other than the War Between the States, the Alamo is probably my favorite thing to study. So we will be, I'll be nerding out on that. So yeah, it should be a fun week of National Reunion. Let me see, SV130.com for those that have not. Well, and we'll probably actually do our annual awards that night. We already have our award for Chathead of the Year. Now, while Jason, I know you liked your Chathead award from last year, this year is you're going to be jealous of this hat. You'll be trying to trade, I think, for it. We actually picked it up this past Saturday. So it kicks off in 3 weeks, 1 day, 11 hours, and 33 minutes and 23 seconds. For a full schedule, if you go to scv130.com, they've got, of course, the registration is going to be from 2 to 5, GEC meeting, and then they have their mixer and meet and greet. Then on Thursday, everything like that. And then Friday, the normal things with that, of course, oratory contest. And then on Saturday, everything with that. So yeah, it'll be a good time. You can still register online. Let's see what they've got still available for registration. I know that Michael Hurley was on Look Around, I believe this past week. So it's too late for a program ad. It doesn't look like it's too late for a program ad, but it looks like vendor is out. The San Jacinto tour and the Galveston tour are sold out, which is good. And it looks like everything else is sold out as well. Events and meals. Let's just see what it's got on here. See, it looks like the meals are sold out too, which is a good sign. Oh, and they have an official T-shirt as well, so I'll probably pick one of those up later on. So yeah, it should be good. It should be a good time. You know that James was here at the Alamo was the older brother of Bonham, who was also over. I did know that, and also knew that the youngest defender of the Alamo hailed from the great and sovereign state of Mississippi as well. Of course, Crockett's, I can't remember if it was a son or his grandson, was involved with the Marmaduke duel. So a lot of Confederate ties, with the Alamo. Of course, that goes into most things of Southern history. The fact that we, as the West was people beginning to move out west, Southerners that tamed the way, and then the Easterners came out soon after we'd already tamed everything. Jason says he's going to San Jacinto before the reunion starts. And that's probably on what we may do one evening is go to San Jacinto as well. Kind of start and we may do that Sunday on the way out of town. Mama wants to go to Galveston, and that's the one thing I love about our reunions is the fact that it not only is it like a big family reunion for all of us who are members of the SCV, but it is also a chance for us to travel together as families. That's kind of the whole purpose of it is we are a fraternal organization. I was reading weirdly enough, don't judge, but I was reading the debutante guide on the way back home from from Boyhood Home yesterday, and it says in there that this is a chance for the fathers and grandfathers, grandsons, uncle or fathers, all the male family members to give a positive light onto the Confederacy for their daughters and stuff like that, and something for them to be able to remember for when they have sons or daughters of their own age. But yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it. Well, and Sandy Mitchum, William Ward Adams was also involved in the Texas War of Independence. And on his way to, and then also in the Army of the Republic of Texas, and so was Albert Sidney Johnston. If you stay at the Menger Hotel, which is right beside the Alamo, it's a great hotel and it's handy. Right, we stayed at that hotel. Yeah, we had thought about where to stay, and we'd looked at places, but we found an Airbnb, and we're doing that. I like an Airbnb. You have more freedom than at a hotel. You're able to save a little bit of money also on the fact that you don't have to eat out every meal. If there's a kitchen in one, we can pick up stuff and make sandwiches for lunch one day. I doubt that we will, but it's always an option. So, we'll definitely have to, we're gonna, Susie, if you're watching, this is what we'll have to visit that hotel on the as part of the tour. We are doing the river walk. The entire group wants to do that, or the river tour. I think that'd be a fun way to escape the heat. Maybe. But yeah. Well, we've been at it for about, including the technical difficulty, about an hour. I hope everybody has a great week. Remember that we have the Lord have mercy, our bonfire T-shirt sales for the Moose Hunt shirts on Saturday night before the oratory. We will have the Moose Hunt. And there is a special, one of our California compatriots has made something special for the Moose Hunt this year. So definitely check that out. Get a shirt, and you will be able to shoot 5 free rounds at Moose for a purchase of a shirt. Moose, has agreed to do that. The money that we raise this year will go to the Forest Last Ride. We'll do that before the oratory, before Lee Miller gets up and starts telling the jokes before it kicks off. So get ready, get registered for National if you have not. Until Thursday, I will be back with Forrest Dawes, who will give an update on the Mississippi Division and everything he is doing there this upcoming Thursday. Should be a good episode. Well, we'll be doing it from in here. Remember to do that. Also, if you are interested in our Patreon, We have the we have 2 new levels that you can join at. Again, an $80 a month sponsor, and you will get a slot at the front of the show. You'll get a mention before we take a commercial break. We're about to get started back on our commercials. As well as you will get a mentioned at the end credits. So if your camp, your division, your brigade, your business wants to do that, just go to patreon.com, sign up. As well as our $30 a month merch program. You get the sticker, you get the you get a Pat Claiborne sticker, you get a Jeff Davis mini poster, you get a SCV chat battle flag, coffee mug, and you get a SCV chat flag, not battle flag, but the flag we're probably going to commission. T-shirt as well as part of that. So for $30 a month, you get all that. But you have to remain at that level for a year. Anyway, hope y'all have enjoyed this episode, and we will be back Thursday for a look around the Confederation. In the words of the late and great Harold Philpott, please remember, no Fumar in the elevator.